All right, fastest 15 minutes on the internet, fastest 15 minutes in social media. My name is Judson Powell. All right, I'm going to stay right where I am. I'm not too worried about politics right now. Things are in a transition state. Once again, I will reiterate, you must you must follow the elders and the ancestors. The elders and the ancestors, don't discount them. Everybody's putting all this weight on young people and stuff like that, but they have energy, but they don't have wisdom. So we have to be very, very cognizant of what we're doing, how we're doing it, and everything else. It's our time. And I'm speaking of slaves, descendants of slaves, people, descendants from Africa, everybody that came from the motherland, or was stolen here from the motherland to this other world. It's our time now, and you can feel it. If you're spiritual, you can feel it spiritually. You can see it spiritually. Third eye open. Everybody, third eye open. Start opening those pineal glands. All right. So do that. But I'm going to continue where I left off, and we're just gonna study Mayat, because that's like the thing. Basically, you should live by Mayat, because you're gonna, eventually someday, you're gonna die by Mayat. So you have to remember, as above, so below as above. Law of correspondence, right? Everything comes full circle. There's an equal and opposite reaction to every single thing that happens to you. So you can't nothing. And the other thing is, stop with this stuff about everything is all good. Everything is not all good. There's going to be bad, and there's going to be good, because they're opposites on the same scale. Yeah, you're going to have a good time, but then that's why we always tell people, you have to have balance between every principle. So Mayat, the first one, of course, was I honor virtue. So I did a little teaching on that, but this time I want to go to I benefit gratitude. That's the second one on the list that I have. So I benefit gratitude. Now, once again, remember that the principles of Mayat are what? They are negative confessions. In other words, there are things that you could say, so that if you can't make this confession, if you can't make this negative confession, if you can't do it, then your life is out of balance. So, first of all, I honor virtue. Second of all, I benefit gratitude. And so, the first thing that you have to do is go to the Codex Inscriptus, and once you understand what the Codex Inscriptus does, it's words. Words are what? When you spell out something, it's a spell. So when you benefit something, what does it mean to benefit? And it's like producing good and helpful results. Okay, so you want to produce good and helpful results. So you want people, so as Kemetic priests, as Kemetic followers and whatever you are within the universe, your sole idea is to benefit, or to get the results of good. Okay, even though what I just said is true, even though bad exists, we still must go for good, and try to support good results, good things like that. And then so when you say you benefit gratitude, the next thing is gratuitous. Anything that's gratuitous is something that you give for free. All right, but here's the thing. With inside of this gratitude, it's like expressing the feeling of thankfulness of the fact that, okay, I'm happy, just like you could say, I'm happy for waking up this morning. And once again, you'll see a lot of Islamic and Christian concepts within Mayat, and you'll look, because that's where they stole most of the stuff that they did. They stole it from. Notice that Mayat is there, so there's no such thing. There's no such thing as angels. All right, there's no thing like that. The only angel, and they got the theory of angels because of the wings that Mayat has spread out. If you go and look up any pictures of Mayat, M-A-A-T. If you look for Mayat and you see the symbol and the image for Mayat is what? Is wings. She has wings, and 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 so as the story goes, she weighs your heart against a feather. So if any of these negative 42 confessions, if you can't make them, then that makes your heart heavy. Okay, so what you want to do is and that's why we talk about with Mayat, there's balance, there's justice, there's peace, there's all of these things, all of these concepts are embodied within Mayat. Okay, and that's how our ancestors lived spiritually, and it's not it's not a thing where people don't understand. Um, people understand these concepts, but they had to change them around. All right, and so I guess what happens is in the Quran and in the Bible, the problem with everything is what? Is the fact in the Quran and in the Bible, they tell you that these things are laws, that you must do these things, or there's an eternal penalty. Well, there is no eternal penalty. There's no eternal penalty for being. The only thing is, and if you live your life by this, you don't have to worry about eternal penalties. Why? Because you're on the side of good, and you're on the side of good versus evil, especially when you start talking about within your own life. So you have to know that within your own life, there's all of these things that are going on. Well, the main thing is what? You try to benefit, right? You try to benefit gratitude. So what is gratitude? Gratitude is just, so when you see people always talking about, oh, I thank God for waking me up this morning, taking me on my way. That's the typical Christian prayer. Thank you for getting me out of bed. Thank you for putting food out on my table. Thank you for doing this, this, and this. All right. Some of those things are of God, of the Most High. I hate to use the terminology God, but these are netters. These are the nature. So you should have the nature of benefiting gratitude, of saying, look, everybody should be able to think of me in a gratuitous way, in a way that I've done good, not only for myself, but I've done good for others. Because benefiting gratitude is saying, look, hey, not only am I thankful for what I have, I'm thankful for what everybody else has. And I'm thankful because you have to realize that some of those concepts are true. If you're thankful for somebody else, eventually the thankfulness is what? It's going to fall on you. So you got, or whatever you're searching for, or whatever you're looking for, or whatever your path is in life, it's going to eventually it's going to come to you. So that's why that's important. So benefiting gratitude, making it the standard, making it say, okay, that's how I do things. And so I'm looking at, there's a lot of concepts that have been written about later, but I just want you to understand that the original concept is that of Mayat, is an Egyptian principle. And I'm using these words, it's an African principle. It has nothing to do with any religion. All right, these are things, and see, the thing is, it's like, in fact, here, let me give this analogy. It's like playing golf, right? I don't know who plays golf, but if you play golf, you realize that you don't really compete against other people. You actually are competing against yourself. And that's how the negative confession should be viewed. The whole thing in life is I'm competing, or I'm struggling against my own demons and my own stuff. That's why we always tell you that like, Jesus is in you, all right, for lack of a better terminology, but the good or the perfect, the perfect being is within you, but so is the evil being is also within you. So, and I hate to say that, but it's true. So the devil is in you, and also the Most High is in you. And so, what's the old proverb says what? Says that you have those two animals within inside of you, and whichever one you feed the most is going to be the one that's going to develop, and that's going to be the strongest in your life. So everybody should, and so by benefiting gratitude, you feed, or by honoring virtue, what do? You feed the good, you feed the good wolf. So you're constantly feeding the good wolf. So if you constantly feed the good, you can't ignore that it's your energy, it's your vibration that feeds that good wolf every day. And if you don't feed that good wolf, can't speak. If you don't feed the good wolf, then the evil wolf is going to feed, and you're going to end up doing something or saying something, or uh, or just developing something that's not good for you, because you have. And this is the other thing I think that people like, the whole thing about waiting and all of that stuff, and timing and all that stuff. I, time is a time is not a comedic Mayat, theory. Time is not. Um, it just isn't. Because you, if you're basing everything on time, um, then you're not basing things on reality. All right, and I remember who was that said that, talked about, like, even when you look at time, you can't look at time because you don't know, you have no concept or no clue of what the real time is, because things have been changed so much throughout history. If they change time, look, they have actually changed time. They changed clocks. They changed dates. They changed all kinds of stuff. So you can't actually be reassured that time is accurate. So so the main concept is the universal principle of action. It's like put what you know to work, and if you work at it every day, eventually you will get results. So, so benefiting gratitude will also help you get there. Why? Because it puts you in good standing with the universe. If it puts you in good standing with the universe, then the universe is going to work a lot easier for you. And it's not based on anything that somebody from outside of you is doing. Everything that happens comes from what? From within inside of you. Creation, all that stuff. And when I used to tell people this all the time, even when I was a Christian pastor, I would say, look, you are the one that creates. And then after you've created, whether it be good or bad, it's your creation. We have all the creation abilities. That's why I always say we could say that we're gods. Why? Because we have all the creation ability, and we also have all the destruction. I can create life, and I can destroy life. So when you think about that, and some people go to the other extreme, as far as procreation, they don't want to procreate, but they will desecrate, they will destroy life, without conscience. So anyway, so think about it. So I benefit gratitude. I show my gratitude, and by me showing my gratitude, that's part of my light shining. That's part of my my illumination to the world. The fact that I'm going to show you my energy and my vibration. The word, all these things that they taught us were evil, they're not evil. hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Fastest 15 minutes is up. Thank you very much for tuning in, and most of all, hit the love button. I love you all.